Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Fry. I'm a senior meteorologist here at the National Weather Service office in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'll be completing your weekly weather briefing for this evening, Sunday, December 4th, 2022. So let's get started. First, our situation overview, very different from last week. Lots to talk about last week. Well, this week, not too bad. So let's get into it here. Foggy conditions remain possible. We've been seeing the fog the last couple of days, especially near the water. It will be continuing into the new work week, so keep in mind those rules out there for commuting and also boating. So we do have dense fog advisories out. We'll talk about that more in just a moment. Well above average temperatures this week, some records maybe. I mean, we're looking at specifically Baton Rouge. We're looking at a high around 83, 84 degrees on Wednesday. So that's well above where we should be, which is generally in the upper 60s for this time of the year. Why is this? Well, high pressure. High pressure is in control, and it will keep our region mostly dry this week. So let's get into the slides and see what we're talking about. Okay, as I mentioned, dense fog advisories are in effect mostly right now for the marine zones, generally 0 to 20 nautical miles. Also, our tidal lakes have that dense fog advisory, dense marine fog advisory for the parishes of Southeast Louisiana. Generally, if you border water, whether it be Gulf or a lake, you're under a dense fog advisory tonight, as well as the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So just a heads up, if you're traveling, be sure to use those low beam headlights. As I was driving home last night, there's plenty of fog around and a lot of people using those high beams. And folks, when you do that, you're just getting a better view of what blinds you, which is the fog. So don't forget to use those low beams. Drive slowly, drive with caution. If you're boating, play it smart. Remember, it makes it very difficult to see even in a boat. Turn around, turn on your running lights. Again, slow down, proceed with caution, listen for sounds, listen for the foghorns, etc. So again, that will be a thing. Unfortunately, the fog will be a thing going into Monday and also possibly into Tuesday and beyond. So going into the midweek here, again, high pressure is in control. This is a forecast for Tuesday. As you see the big H there near the Florida Big Bend region, most of the Gulf Coast is just going to be experiencing this high pressure, which is a good thing. We're going to be dry. Again, the whole fog situation is a different story, but overall, we're looking at mostly dry conditions. As given the placement of this high pressure, most of the storm track will generally be from near El Paso, Texas, northeast of the Red River Valley, the central or mid-Mississippi River Valley, Ohio River Valley, and into the northeast. So that leaves our area here on the central Gulf Coast pretty much high and dry. Also with that, we also will be again above average with near record temperatures. Right now, our average temperature for this time of the year is generally around 67, 68 degrees, and we're talking about low to mid 80s. So as I said, looks pretty dry. The excessive rainfall for the next 5 days here. The storm track, as I said, Red River Valley, mid-Mississippi River Valley, Ohio River Valley. That's where most of the rain is going to fall, down in southeast Louisiana. You see a few blips here or there, but overall, we're going to be mostly dry this week, again, with high pressure in control. So no worries there. We'll see if we can get some rain coming in this upcoming weekend, but that's just a bit outside of this the domain of this briefing. So again, summary of impacts. We're looking at foggy conditions. They'll remain possible, especially near the water early this week. Kind of what we've been seeing is what we're going to get. Probably some dense fog or marine dense fog advisories will be needed overnight in the morning hours, including our morning commute. So keep that in mind. Slow down. Use those low beam headlights. Temperatures will remain very warm for this time of the year. Going into midweek, again, talking about low to mid 80s. And again, mostly dry conditions, it shall be. All right, folks, that's all I have for you tonight. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, reach out to us if you have any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms. Otherwise, you all have a great week and enjoy the warmth.